Hey, Rivers here, and I want to show you a video stabilizer. It's this guy right here, and it works for action cams, but you can also get them for GoPro pocket cameras. So what it is a 3-axis gimbal, and then you put your camera on here, and it moves in any direction that you move the handle and keeps your camera steady. So have you ever had that footage where you've been walking around and your camera is, you didn't think it was bouncing around, but you get the footage back and it's just all over the place? Well, this gets rid of that. You can walk and shoot and it still looks good. In fact, I've even ran full speed and still get pretty good footage. I mean, it's a little bit bumpy, but it's definitely not real shaky, totally usable. So I highly recommend it. If you're gonna be moving around a lot, going to events, things where you don't wanna have to carry a tripod, you can just hold this in one place and it will look like it has a tripod on there. Of course, you gotta remember to kind of count in your head, count to maybe 10 or 20 so you get a long shot of that thing and just don't move it. But you know, if you try to hold a regular camera, you're gonna see it kind of bobbing up and down a little bit and moving around. This guy really helps for that, like almost as good, probably better than a monopod. It works really good. Okay, so it's got a couple different modes on it. It's got the button back here, you push it once, and it has this mode where it looks straight ahead, 90 degrees, no matter where you go. It turns when you move, but it just looks straight ahead, so you can't go up, can't go down. Push the button twice, now you can angle it where you want to go. So if you want to look at something down on the ground and keep it locked on there, do that. And if you move it quickly, it still stabilizes it, so it doesn't adjust the angle. But if you move it slow, then it starts following where you're going. Now another cool thing is, say you want to do a nice panning shot, hold the button for 1 second. Now, no matter how you move it, see, it's rotating when I move my hand, but the camera is always looking in this direction no matter what I do. So you can get those cool panning shots like you have a slider. They look really professional, but you don't even need a slider, you just need this thing, and it looks awesome. Okay, and the third mode is you hit the button 3 times. Now, it gets a little funky on there, it kind of freaks it out for a second, but now we're in upside down mode. So this is awesome if you want to follow the ground. Like when I was at the ocean, I had waves coming up on the beach and I want to get that wave, that bubbly wash coming up close up. So I held it down there and it was really nice and stable. There's also an extension pole that you can get it down closer to the ground so that it looks, so you can hold it up here and keep it stable even better. So I highly recommend that pole, and it's cheap too. Anyways, you can get that cool shot like you know in horror movies where you see like maybe an animal's point of view and it's just going along the ground, sniffing out something going through the woods. You can get that shot by just following down along the ground. Really cool idea for shot. Okay, another thing you can do is you can get some additional hardware for mounting a phone. I use Action Cam mounting kit and then a phone adapter, and then you can put your phone on here, and I've got this phone linked to the Sony Action Cam and I can see what the camera sees on the screen. Now this is really nice if you need to see what you're doing all the time, like say you're following somebody, someone on a skateboard, something like that. It works really good for that. Okay, this guy is really nice to be able to get in and get out and get nice stable footage. It's inconspicuous, so it's not like you're walking in with a big camera rig and just putting it in someone's face. A lot of times they don't even notice that there's a camera there, so it's really good for just slipping by places and getting the camera in as well. The cool thing is once they do notice that you have it, a lot of times it's kind of, they think it's interesting, so they want to talk to you. And they're like, it's like a nice conversation piece. I've had like quite a few people come up to me and just ask me, what is that? And then I show them how the gimbal works, and they're really impressed and interested in it. So it's kind of a cool thing because it doesn't scare people. People actually like it. All right, I'll add links to this stabilizer for the Action Cam as well as for the GoPro and your cell phone in the video description down below. If you like this video, be sure and subscribe to my channel where I'll have more videos like this. And thanks for watching, and as always, aloha.